Breaking news! We got another villager in the park. Hello, everybody, and welcome. I created a new character. There we go. That's the witch I was talking about. We did ahead, and we're gonna try and create something similar to that. Witch villager. In other words, it's a villager that's a witch. It should not so much a villager, more like a NPC. Oop, I'm gonna have to change that. Okay, what I've done, I've started with the basic block. The different colors I pulled from the screenshot I did. I might put that in the beginning, so I'll give you an idea. Now, just to start out with, it looks pretty good. I did a pretty good job, but it's not exactly perfect compared to the one in Minecraft. I was trying to get as close as I possibly can to create the witch that the actual NPC in the game that you have to fight if you're on survival. If you're on creative and peaceful, then the witch won't attack you. That's kind of how I did that one where I got the witch inside that glass thing, inside that building there. If that was survival, she'd be casting spells and throwing bottles and potions at me. So I did it under creative, so I could actually get like a good screenshot that I use. And what I do is I'll go back and forth between looking at the screenshot of the witch and coming back and putting it together, and that's what I'm doing here. This thing is, you can't see it when I bring up the screenshot. That's why I think I'll add it to the beginning of this and maybe to the end. It's 14 minutes 48 seconds long, so I have a few seconds to play with before without going over the 15-minute mark. So that's what I'm working on that there, is trying to get the timing right. I had a lot more material, more of a clip. In fact, when I first put it all into the Share Factory, I was up over 43 minutes. So that's why some of it sped up. That's why I cut some of it out. And trying to just give you an idea what I was doing. I was creating this from that screenshot. Like I said, it's not perfect, it's not exact, but at the same time, it's kind of a neat little character to bring into the park, and that's why I'm creating it. The reason I said witch villager is because I can create this character in the village factory, right? Because it's kind of a villager. It'd be it'll be like Katie Witt. Not all the witches are bad, especially if you're on peaceful. If you're on survival, then they have a tendency to want to beat you up and take you out. And they're not easy to fight. I mean, they're not easy to. You got to get in there and really go at them. And while you're trying to do that, they're always throwing potions and stuff at you. But you can get stuff from them too that makes worth going after a witch, maybe. But they're like creepers. While you're out there doing stuff, all of a sudden they show up and it's like, oh no. So you got to battle the witch instead of doing the mining, doing whatever it was that you were doing, collecting wood or whatever. But in my park, I wanted the witch, because Katie Witch, I used one of these witches for Katie when I first started out. Then I recreated her by going into shoot, where you go and you create the different characters in Minecraft. That's what I think about Minecraft. It's so cool because there's so many different ways of different options that you can create a character that's somewhat different than most everybody else. And and for some reason now, I don't know what it was, I had created this witches, you'll see here, and I was trying to attach it to the one ride. I couldn't get its stomach to attach it for some reason, so I don't know. It's when I logged back out and shut and it rebooted up the game, it might have made it so then I could attach it to the ride. We'll see a little bit of that in a bit. Foreshadowing. I'm trying to change the weather. For some reason, it's raining like this. But with the witch, it's kind of okay. She can control the weather. And that's what I was looking for here. I thought I had cut this part out, and I couldn't remember for the life of me where you changed the setting for the weather. I wanted sunshine so I could see the colors. That's what I was trying to do there because it's kind of dark and the colors aren't looking right, so I wanted to make sure I could get the sunlight to get a better look at what I'm building. But I got the body, I built the arms, now I'm working on the head. There it is. That's where you change the weather at. Okay. I don't know why I had it on the storm, but there it is. See, that's better. I get a better look at the colors and stuff like that. So. And it looks fairly decent. I think it's, like I said, it's not exactly like the one in Minecraft, but then at the same time, it doesn't really have to be. So that way they can't even claim copyright because it is a little bit different than the one that they have in Minecraft. So, but it looks cool. It adds to the park. It's one of those characters now I can put and I can use in different areas or to try and tell a story. And I can use the witch, kind of like I do with the creeper. Once in a while I'll put it someplace and have the creeper coming up on the group and stuff like that. But like I said, when I was bringing in the animated little, like the one that rotates, and then there's one that has the track that'll fall. And when I brought them in, I was having a heck of a time to get this character to attack. Now my buddy, he showed me a way of doing it on the rides, but I'd have to build it up from the ride up because you can't really just go to attach and then try and get this guy to attach it because I have to kind of go in, copy it, bring it, and then try to attach it to that animated little tool. You know, I was having a heck of a time. It wasn't working. It was frustrating. So, I'm not sure if it's because I had so many different bits and pieces in the one piece that I combined to create the whole overall. Now I'm working on that. Change the other picture. Well, the hat was what kind of made the witch. And what I did too is I went in and we have some different crystals that are different color. Well, there was the green one. And all I did was turn it so it's like in the middle of the hat there, and at night that glows. It creates a real light green light. So see like right there, see how it glows over there with those stack of hats. Kind of like I'm trying to set it up so that in the factory I might create a little section for putting this here witch together. And so I'm trying out a couple different things. I created a little path a podium here, or a stage, and I have Grizzle, and I have Daubers. Now Daubers, this is Daubers before he was turned into a ghost. You know, that was Katie Witch that did that, casting a spell and kept him from being, it kept him going, and that's why he's a ghost now. So Daubers is kind of like the light, ghostly kind of pale image, and then Katie Witch is the one that I redid. I have her throughout the park too. And that's what I've been working on this. I got one more. I'm thinking about doing a zombie, and like one thing too, like villages and stuff like that. When you go to a village, there's usually a blacksmith. And the blacksmith usually has a blacksmith shop where it has a furnace and there's different things there. And some villages actually have a blacksmith you can talk to. So I might think about going to a village and finding out what it looks like. But this is good now. I think I have enough characters now that I can do some stuff. See, that's what I started to do in the background there. Make it look like they're putting these guys together, the girls and the guys. And see, here I'm trying to attach it to one of those things. Oh, that's having a heck of a time. But it seems like when I brought this right in, it seemed to work better. See, there I got them going now. Now I was able, unless it was I had to log out, save it as it was, then come back in, and then allow me to go ahead and attach them to those different tools. And that one gets them to oscillate. So I said, well, what if I took one of the other ones and have it look like it's going into the tank, and the other one's coming out the top of the tank, and then I could create another line to have some of these going around like I do the other three. So that's something to look at. I got an idea. I did a clip on my friend's park, the North Pole. Turned out pretty good, and I had a fun time checking his park out. And like I said, one of the things he used was the bus line, but there was also something there that I think I could use, because there's a whole line different that I can create. So I'm going to work on that. I'm going to see. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm just going to go ahead and try it when I get back in on my other park. This one here is kind of R&D park, where I go and try and create different things. Now I can bring these switch, as I saved it to my workbench, served it, and I can use a switch in that other park. I might, like I said, I might create a section back where it looks like these widgets together. But in reality, the widget would be part of the NPCs, like the skeletons, the ghouls, the mummy, and the zombies. And so she's not actually a character or a villager. She's her own character as an NPC, but I don't know what sounds better, villager witch or witch villager. Because she's a witch, which is a villager. So she hang out in the village. I don't know. Okay. Because she would attack if you're on survival, but being in creative or on peaceful, then the NPCs don't attack you. So it could be something like that. Or, but I'm kind of filling this here little park up. Well, script up. Good job, everybody. Written post, put it in the cannon on the shelf. ELAstudio, some that OelGrez. Gwinn and Jazz, thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Okay, slide this one down.